Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. So, I guess Fozzie noticed that there's no members anymore. I got an email that says, Hi Court Vibes. Our team of policy specialists carefully looked over your channel, Court Vibes. We found a significant portion of your channel is not in line with our YouTube partner program policies. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize and you will not have access to monetization tools and features. So there are no members anymore. We're all the same. We're all just gray. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, and I guess hopefully everything goes back to the way it was once I figure it out. I wonder if it's the Australian videos, since I didn't talk over them. I think I'm gonna just remove those and do those normally. Talk over them. Maybe I don't know if I need to talk more. People get really upset when I talk. Well, some people don't. I'm gonna keep going um, the way I'm going, and no, I don't think I have a Patreon, Jane. It's fine. I'm gonna keep putting the videos up. I'm gonna keep going. Um, I don't know what else it could be. I mean, I think everything else is fine. Hi, Kim. I don't know if you guys can think of anything blatant or subtle. I don't care. Let me know, and I will fix it. Thanks, Natalie. Welcome. All right, guys. Listen, I have the judge again. He had a really late docket today. He didn't have 40. What did he have the last time? 43? 43 initial appearances or arraignments or whatever. He didn't have that today. So there was a lot of dead space where we're just watching him look at his computer. So I cut all that out. I don't have this the whole thing. Did Colin fix it? Carolyn. I know there's a delay. That's why I'm waiting. I'm dying to know what she's going to say. What's the name of his channel again? I haven't seen it. All I do all day is look for court videos. I don't get to watch them. Okay, good. Good, good. Good. I will reach out to him. I will desperately reach out to him. Because you guys look good in green. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I don't care one bit. I'm still going to do. Yeah, that's fine. I'm still going to keep putting videos up because this is so good. Got it. I'll reach out to him. I probably won't reach out to him now because it's 5 a.m. He'll think I'm a stalker or something. Well, maybe I am. Okay. All right. I'm going to take down the Australian videos, redo them, my talking, put them back up, which is because they're still going. I got another one today. Yes, you have a bow tie on, P. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm going to appeal. I'm going to appeal. And if not, I'm going to sick Kelly on them. All right. So, in case people are late, I don't want to put bow tie on at the beginning because then they'll miss him. So I'm gonna put him on at the end, but it's a real short one today. I don't have a long one. I just didn't find a lot of content today. I guess people were just behaving in courts, but not everybody. Don't worry, not everybody. Maybe. Oh no, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth, anyway. I'm not going to stop putting videos up. I love this. I love it. I'm obsessed, I think. Maybe we should all seek therapy. No, let's just watch some court videos. Here's the first one.
I'm not worried about it happening again. I'm worried about you ignoring me last time. That's what I'm dealing with now. I ordered you, as a condition of your bond, to go over on the 25th, and you ignored it. So now you got to make me the bad guy now, right? Now I get to revoke your bond so that you will qualify for the public defender.
I didn't mean to do it like I didn't mean that, sir. Sorry. Really, sir.
It's not about being sorry. It's about you not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
If I could just have a chance, please.
That's what I'm trying to decide.
Please.
That is what you are forcing me to decide. Do you deserve another chance? That's what I'm got to figure out.
That's the same.
What I see is someone with 7 prior felonies.
Sir, but I mean, I'm working, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I'm compliant with my parole.
Almost everything you're supposed to.
Right,
Everything except the part where I said you will now walk over to 1560 Broadway and fill out the application. Time's your office close?
5.
Go now.
Okay.
We're passing this. You come back.
All right, head on over.
Okay, you guys have a job to do. You have to remind me at the end to let you know what happened here. I'm not going to tell you now. We're all going to wait for him to walk over. And hi, Danny. We're all going to wait for him to walk over and see what happens. Uber across the street. You know, I'm probably one of those people who would Uber across the street. Can you just take me there, please? Yeah, Jane, I tried to watch some of my videos every once in a while. I guess like to listen to the quality, the sound, and everything. Hi, Mary. And I can't. I cringe. I just can't do it. I just can't. All right. Now we're gonna keep. No, I don't think this is the same judge. I think this is a different judge. Oh, guys. So this is. Oh my goodness gracious. I have to find the name of this court real quick because I can't remember. But you're gonna love the name of this court, this town. This is South Dakota, and it's the weirdest place they put their court videos. Let me tell you. But here we go, South Dakota. I'm gonna find the name of the town. You'll love it.
State of South Dakota versus Oscar Freddy Cabrera. This is CRI 242337. Mr. Cabrera, you're here charged with 1 count of domestic abuse, aggravated assault, strangulation. That's a class 3 felony, punishment up to 15 years in prison and or a $30,000 fine. Grand theft more than $2,500.
Found it. This town is called Minnehaha. This is the Minnehaha jail. Now, nothing bad can happen in Minnehaha. It's Minnehaha.
Less than or equal to $5,000. That's a class 5 felony, punishment up to 5 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine. Domestic abuse violation of a protection order as a felony, 2 counts. Those are class 6 felonies, punishment up to 2 years in prison and or a $4,000 fine. 3 counts of domestic abuse, simple assault. Those are class 1 misdemeanors, punishment up to a $2,000 fine and or 1 year in the county jail. Do you understand the charges against you, the maximum punishments possible?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cabrera, I've been handed an application for court-appointed counsel. Did you fill that out here today?
Yes.
Is the information contained in it true to the best of your abilities?
Yes.
Is that your signature on this document?
Yes.
I've reviewed your application. I find that you do qualify. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We accept that appointment. Wait for the reading and advising.
Thank you, Ms. Wazarick. State's position on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is asking for $20,000 cash-only bond, along with conditions to comply with any active no-contact order and protection orders. Some alleged facts here briefly. On April 1st, this year, law enforcement was dispatched to Circle K on West 12th Street regarding a female that was later identified as this alleged victim jumping out of a vehicle and running into the gas station. Law enforcement arrived on scene and spoke with the victim, who stated that the defendant, who she had been dating for 3 years and share a child together with, had strangled her, stole her money, and took her car when she had jumped out of the vehicle. Victim also told law enforcement there was an active no contact order between this defendant and herself, with the victim being the protected party. Victim reported that it started when defendant texted her, asked if she could pick him up from a friend's house. They went back to her residence and went to sleep. At approximately 3 a.m., the victim woke up and noticed her phone was missing and suspected this defendant of taking the phone. She confronted the defendant about this, and he pushed her into the bedroom and told her he was going to kill her. The defendant then pushed the victim onto the bed and strangled her. Defendant knew victim had another phone in the house and demanded she give him that phone as well. Victim complied, and the defendant stopped strangling her. Law enforcement did observe red marks on the victim's neck. In order to get out of the apartment and out into public view, in order to feel safe, the victim told the defendant she would drive him anywhere he wanted to go. Victim and defendant got in the victim's car and started driving. Defendant demanded money from the victim and ended up transferring about $900 from her bank account into his Cash App. While driving, defendant continued to threaten the victim to the point the victim had made the decision to jump out of the vehicle and run into a gas station to call for help. This was observed by third-party witnesses. After the victim fled from the vehicle, defendant jumped over into the driver's seat and drove away. Later, when the victim returned to the apartment, she noticed that about $600 in cash was taken along with the 2 cell phones. The next day, on April 2nd, law enforcement located the defendant at Burger King, where he works. When law enforcement tried to make contact with the defendant, he initially ran away from law enforcement, but was caught and arrested. Defendant was interviewed and stated that the victim was the one to reach out to him because she was suicidal, and she picked him up and went back to their place and denied anything physical happening, and stated she probably got the injury to her neck because she asked him to strangle her during sex. And law enforcement noted that they never did tell this defendant that the victim had any kind of neck injury. Moving towards defendant's criminal history, defendant has prior convictions for DUI in 2021, obstruction in 23, violation of protection order in 23, and other misdemeanor traffic-related offenses. However, what is concerning is that the defendant has a pending kidnapping, aggravated assault domestic, intentional damage to property, simple assault domestic, involving the same victim just from last month. So while on bond, defendant has now picked up a second violent offense involving the same victim. Given the severity of these charges, the alleged facts of the case, defendant picking up the violent offense while on bond for another violent offense, and defendant's inability to follow court orders, and the defendant's danger to the alleged victim in this case, the state believes that $20,000 cash bond is appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Luke. Ms. Wazir.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would ask the court to consider a PR bond or a lower cash surety in this matter. We do have a good address for Mr. Cabrera, as well as a good phone number. He did indicate that he is currently working at Burger King. He's lived his entire life in Sioux Falls and in South Dakota. He does have family in their area as well as kids at home. I do think it is worth noting as well that, as the state indicated, he does have current charges that are pending. From those, I have not seen that any warrants have been issued due to loss of contact or failure to appear at court appearances, which does lead me to believe he is doing a good job of staying in contact with his attorneys, as well as making any court appearances that are required of him. His PSA score is a 3.4, which I believe is fairly middle of the road and relatively on the low end. So we would ask the court to take that into consideration. and consider a PR bond or a lower cash surety.
Thank you, Ms. Rozier. Taking into consideration the facts of this case, allegations in this case are that Mr. Cabrera is alleged to have assaulted Miss Van Veen. He's alleged to have done that in a way that left some red marks about her neck, made some sua sponte statements to law enforcement about those marks on her neck. She was, the allegations include Miss Van Veen exiting a vehicle in a very distraught manner at a gas station, indicating to the individuals at the gas station what had happened between her and Mr. Cabrera. There's also some allegations of Mr. Cabrera taking a fairly sizable amount of money from Miss Van Veen. Mr. Cabrera is out on bond. He posted a $5,000 cash bond in that other case, which was filed on complaint on March 4th of 2024. At that bond hearing, the request from the state's attorney had been $25,000 cash. Judge Johnson had set that bond at $5,000 cash. The bond findings actually have similar statements that I had written down on my bond findings before I looked at those. And that case also includes allegations that Mr. Cabrera threatened to kill Ms. Van Veen. It's very troubling for an individual to be out on a kidnapping charge and have the facts rendered as Mr. Luke rendered them here today in court as occurring less than 1 month later on the same alleged victim. The facts are eerily similar. Also pending violation of protection order, those 2 simple assault domestics that were dismissed. He hasn't missed a court appearance because there has not been one. His case just got indicted today. So that indictment just came through. There's no court appearance to have missed. I think that based upon these facts, the fact that Mr. Cabrera was out on bond, the bond request is appropriate. I will set bond at $20,000 cash only, condition good behavior. Stay in contact with your lawyer, make all court appearances, no contact with Tara Van Veen. Do you understand those conditions, sir?
Yeah, I do.
All right, we'll schedule this case for a 15-day preliminary hearing. Thank you.
Sir, you are in Minnehaha. You may not do that in Minnehaha. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's not a plethora of laughter in Minnehaha, unless that lady from yesterday goes there. But it's Minnehaha, and it was case after case after case like this. Like, I don't even know how to describe how many, hi Cha, how many domestic violence cases, hi Kelly, I have to go through every day to find content. It's just all domestic violence and DUI. Domestic violence, DUI. That's why some of the cases that I put up here are not that great, but they're not domestic violence and DUI, so I get really excited. Oh my gosh, it's a different case. All right, that is Minnehaha, and you could only get their court stream from a public access radio station. That's so weird, and they're the only courts I can find in North or South Dakota is this one right here, which annoys me a little bit because she sends these cases on to the circuit court, and we will never get to see what happens in circuit court. So that means if we get a sov sit in here, or even pro ses that act like that, we can't follow them. But all right, so this one is a little hard for me, this next one, because this judge is rock solid hard on everybody. Yes, a radio station, and it's nice because, yes, Sioux Falls, because they give you a countdown of when court's supposed to begin. However, nobody in Minnehaha listens to that countdown, so you get all excited and you're watching the countdown, and then the countdown comes to the end, and you're like, okay, let's go, and then nothing. No. I could. You got to be online to capture it, so I'll just put a notification on. Except that other people do cover him. I could grab him because I do like him. I could go to YouTube and grab some videos. That would be really weird of me to do. Except for Judge St. Peter. Oh no, the judge from Texas with that voice. You know, oh god, that voice though. I can't remember his name. I don't care what his name is. You guys know who I'm talking about. That voice. I'll go and I'll grab him every day. Yeah, radio stations. That's what they do. They create suspense. All right. So this next one, this judge is a hard ass, and this is what happens.
So you have the right to tell me anything you'd like me to know before I sentence.
Yes, Your Honor.
And really what we need to be addressing is what no one else is addressing. One, you hit a pregnant woman. And two, this is the second time you've attacked cops. Your 14 CR matter started off as a second-degree assault, pled to resisting. And now in this case, cops show up because of a DV that you've admitted to, and then you attack the cops again. How do I not put you in jail as a punishment? That's what I need addressed.
I think that from that first incident, I have a lot of issues and problems that I need to deal with when it comes to police. I've met good cops. I don't even know if there is a bad cop, but I've met cops that are more aggressive, and it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety. I react in certain ways on the spot more than if I get a chance to think about it and prepare for what's going to happen to me or whatever the situation may be. I'm fully prepared to deal with that. I have dealt with that mentally. Sometimes it goes good. I understand my part of it and how I need to act as a citizen, whether I'm doing good, doing bad, being approached by an officer. I understand that they are law enforcement. I need to respect anything and everything that they tell me or that they want from me, and understand that they're there for my safety as well as anybody else's safety. So if I am a danger to,
Well, in this case, in the safety of a pregnant woman who's being assaulted.
right. And to understand that is to know and approach the situation exactly accordingly as to how they need to handle it themselves and let them do their job. I have not done the best with that in the past. I definitely will have and will work on that, but it's not a problem for me anymore. I understand the respect of the law enforcement that is put in place for a reason, that obviously to protect people and serve their community. Um, I've
Look, I
been,
get what you're saying about law enforcement. And if you were one of these people that we read about and see about on the news that was just minding their own business, walking into their own house, that's one thing. But when the police are being called on a DV because a woman's being assaulted and you are the one doing the assaulting, you can't be mad.
definitely
Not
not.
the cops.
Right. And I was previously mad before they showed up, so I don't think I can just kind of calm down just because they get there. But I do show them the respect that they deserve when they do get around, and I talk to them calmly. And I understand that I am the person that was in the wrong at the time, and I did not handle that previous situation accordingly. But moving forward, I definitely will always do what needs to be done as far as them being called on me, them being called for me, whatever situation that does have to do with them.
We don't believe him.
What do the officers feel? Do we talk to the officer victims in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. And the 2 years probation sentence has been VRA'd with Officer Sheridan.
All right, not to be nitpicky, but I'm sure you VRA'd it. But do you have any feedback?
He's on board. He was very new to the job. He had a little soreness from his jaw, but definitely not one of those victims who was up in arms about a jail sentence or anything like that. And that's the extent of our conversation.
And if I can, I do just want to thank you for your grace, Your Honor, for allowing me to be in my kids' life, be there for when they were born during this whole case, allowing me to earn my right to be back in my family's life, being complete again. I know it was probably a hard thing for you as you have twins yourself, and even today, reading the PSI, I look at that statement. I don't like that statement that I left to you. It sounds like a guy that was scared too, or not really owning up to his decisions. It sounds like a guy that was making a lot of excuses and pointing fingers and wanting to put the blame on anybody but himself. and I am not that person. I fully understand and know exactly what I did. I take full responsibility for that, and I want you to know that will never happen again. I am very sorry to my woman that I am in a relationship with as we move forward and put that past us. I do still take care of my children and our family, and I thank you for allowing me to be complete with them again. I do not like that statement, and that is, like I said, that's a whole nother person that I read it to myself, and it sounded like I was like that couldn't have been.
Well, that's because you're not sitting in front of a judge. I always kind of figure that's more honest because now you're sitting here in front of me. Now is where you tell me what I want to hear.
No, no, I actually was sitting there that day in a whole nother headspace, not in a good headspace, and knowing that you were gonna read it, I thought I was telling you something that sounded good that day, and I'm reading it to myself, and that doesn't sound good to me. That doesn't sound like what I've been through and what I've reflected on at all.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If the police had asked for jail, I'd give you jail because you've earned it.
Understand
You
that.
got one free swing in 2014 and nothing happened, and now basically you're getting another freebie. And I'll tell you right now, as far as I'm concerned, if you ever come before me with another assault 2 on a cop, you're not walking out the back door. And I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I'm not saying that to be mean. I want you to know how I view this. Because again, you can't complain that the cops are being bad when they contact you because you're assaulting somebody. That's not bad police work. That's good police work.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll give you 3 years of probation, substance abuse evaluation and treatment, TV classes. I don't know if they're going to have anger management or anything else in there, but any other terms and conditions that the probation gives you is an order of this court.
And Your Honor, with regards to restitution, we did figure out a restitution amount for the medical costs of Officer Sheridan. I forgot to upload it to the case. So if I could just have some time to confer with defense with regards to that amount and give them time to look through that request as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
Get that filed within 49 days. If there's an objection, it's due 2 weeks after the people file their motion.
Thank you.
Pardon me. Yeah, 3 years on each. Concurrent. All right, can you get to probation tomorrow? And check in tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
Answer is yes, otherwise you're running and going right now.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely make it tomorrow.
All right. Report to probation no later than tomorrow. If you want to run and no, they close at 4, right? No, it's 3:35. You could go today, but you don't have to go until tomorrow.
Okay.
Get checked in with probation. And seriously, sir, don't come back.
Yes, sir. I would definitely comply with all my probation. I appreciate you and everything that you have understood in your judgment throughout this whole case. I really thank you for everything.
All right, well, it sounds snarky, but I don't mean it snarky. I really don't want to hear thank you. Saying thank you is easy.
Neither do we.
You teach your kids, if you say sorry, the number one way you show you're sorry is you change and you don't make that mistake again. Don't come back. That's how you thank me. 3 years from now, when I say, where the heck's Mr. Ashfield? All right, then I'll accept your thanks.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
good day.
You too.
So obviously, we all disagree with what the judge did there. He did it because that's the deal they came up with. That's the deal the prosecutor and his lawyer came up with. And I don't know. Maybe the prosecutor felt they didn't have enough evidence. Like if she refuses to testify, then they run into issues, and then he gets off scot-free. I'm only guessing. That could be it. Because this judge, he sends people to jail. He just does. So, and remember, we're still waiting on that guy to run across the street and fill out a form for the public defender. We'll see what he does with that. All right, let's go down to Florida, but not Judge Van. Yeah, there are two full, but this guy didn't just, smoke some marijuana and now he's in jail. This guy, he hurt people. Or he hurt his woman. Please give me a freaking break. His woman. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I see judges deny pleas all the time, every day. It happens all the time. But, I don't know why. I just don't know why he did that here. But let's go to Florida.
All right, Vincent Johnson, case number 2024 MM 810.
Your Honor, can we reset this case for tomorrow? He refused today.
All right, he'll be reset with the emergency duty judge tomorrow.
Okay. Sorry, who was that with?
The emergency duty judge. Oh, I'm sorry. That is Vincent Johnson, 24 MM 810. Stacy Nicholson, 24 MM 808.
Present on question. Right now? Yes. And the PD has been appointed for her, Your Honor.
Was the public defender appointed for Mr. Cruz? Okay, so is Mr. Cruz still there in the room?
Yes, Your Honor. Jesus Cruz?
Yeah, is he still there in the room?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Cruz, you're entitled to be represented by a lawyer. The public defender is provisionally appointed. If you want appointed counsel, you have to complete the required affidavit. You can also hire an attorney, okay? All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Nicholson.
Hi.
All right, ma'am, you were arrested for the charge of trespass to an occupied structure or conveyance. There is probable cause.
I will never go back to that location again. I will stay away from the police.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. It can be used against you. I think you've already gotten that warning from the pre-recorded message, but all right. So we're only here today for a probable cause determination. Your bond is $500. You cannot return to racetrack at 5985 West Earl Bronson Memorial Highway. Public defender is appointed to represent you. Okay?
I will never return to that location.
Okay.
Do I get to leave today?
If you post bond, ma'am.
I don't have money.
Okay, well, your attorney will have to get you in front of the division judge then, and they can address it at that time. Okay?
Your Honor, she doesn't qualify for PTR?
No, I don't believe so.
I received Social Security disability on the 3rd, but I don't have my bank cards. They were stolen. So I'm disabled.
She does not qualify for pretrial release. So talk to your lawyer, ma'am, and they can get you in front of the division judge. Okay?
So I do not go home today?
No.
I help you.
Yes.
Am I all set? Yes. And the next court date will be on.
She just wanted to go home today, Judge. Judge. She just wanted to go home today. I guess people forget they committed a crime when they get in front of a judge. It's always, even the lawyers, like, well, this is what's best for them. This is what's best for them. People committed crimes. I mean, anyway, that was what he had to deal with in Florida. Were they orange? Were her shoes orange? She'll be back. She'll go back. My daughter would love orange shoes like that too. I know it. I just know it. This next judge is just, there's one part I disagree with. He says at one part it's almost ridiculous. Guys, it's not almost ridiculous. It's not close to ridiculous. It is outstandingly ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Your Honor, my name is Travis Scott Wormuth. I'm a 33-year-old man that reached a crossroad in my life. I'd like to start off by taking full responsibility for my mistakes.
All right, I'd started it where he's reading his letter that he wrote to the judge. You know, when they say, "Do you have anything you want to say before I send it to you?" He's reading this letter that he wrote. He's taking full responsibility for his mistakes.
I've reached the conclusion that my drug addiction destroyed my life but not my future. First step is admitting I have a problem, and second is that I cannot do it on my own. My old way of thinking what took the prison sentence because it just became easier for me there. So I took the initiative to start my new beginning from the inside by attending the following. I was currently being housed in the behavioral housing unit in Jefferson County, which requires good behavior and intensive programming. I was attending mandatory counseling groups a week. I got a certificate for celebrate recovery, which I completed 13 weeks of that. I was also in JBBS, which helps me with cognitive thinking. I did 7 weeks of that class. What I've learned so far is watch your thoughts that become words, watch your words that become actions, watch your actions that become habits, watch your habits that become character, watch your character before it becomes your destiny. And responsible thinking, which definitely will help me making better choices for myself and those around me. I've also made the decision to walk with the Lord, which has completely changed my life and my outlook on my future according to the Lord's will. Been baptized and been fellowshipping through Bible studies in the jail. So getting spiritually in touch with the Lord and working these programs go hand in hand with my recovery. I'd also like to inform the court that South Street, the Other Side Academy, and Harbor Lights have all agreed to take me in and take me a part of their program. I just need the blessing from the courtroom in order to keep my recovery progressing. I chose not to bond out in order to have the opportunity to go directly to treatment. So with your consent, Your Honor, I'd like to take the step now. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Wormy. I have considered the factors that I'm to consider under the sentencing statute. Those include rehabilitation, punishment, deterrence, community safety, ensuring that we make victims whole. In looking at, Mr. Wormy, your criminal history, you've been given chance after chance after chance after chance after chance to do treatment and to do treatment in the community. On a 12 felony conviction where you've already been placed on probation, committed a new law violation while on probation, it would be insanity for me to continue to try and get you treatment in the community. I'm sure that you have told every judge for all of these 12 felonies and countless misdemeanors that you want treatment, and I believe you that you do. But I can't allow you to do that in the community while you continue to wreak havoc on our community. Steal from people, steal cars from people. Jefferson County may look the other way. I don't know why. I don't know anyone who likes their cars getting stolen. But the community here in Douglas County can't tolerate a 12-time felon being placed on probation again. It's almost ridiculous. You've been given so many opportunities, failed to take advantage of those opportunities. And so now you have to take advantage of those opportunities on your own, not through the resources of the probation department. We've expended so much on you, Mr. Wormuth, to try and get you healthy, but you haven't taken that step that you need to take to get yourself healthy. I hope that you do, for your sake, so that you don't overdose again, for our community's sake, so that we're not victims of your criminal behavior. I want that for you. decide that this is what you want to do. So, I mean, as long as your cases are assigned to me, you can expect that if you commit crimes in Douglas County, you will go to prison. And so when you get out of prison, I hope that you take advantage of the opportunities that the community has available to you to get yourself healthy so that you don't commit more crimes. But at this point, I'm going to keep our community safe for as long as I can from you, and that's 6 years in the Department of Corrections, followed by a 3-year mandatory period of parole. Mr. Hall, do you have a pre-sentence confinement calculation for the court? 227 days. Do the people agree with that calculation? That would be accurate. 227 days pre-sentence confinement credit. Thank you.
That is not almost ridiculous. It's not even close. That is ridiculous. How do you have 12 felonies and you're on probation? No, no. So now he's going to jail. Alright guys, before I get into the star of the show, the judge we're waiting to see, that first guy, remember that first clip where he was supposed to walk across the street, come right back? He never came back. He never ever came back. That guy is toast. Hi, Cloud. Oh my gosh. That guy's toast. Toast. That judge was going to let him off. And now he's toast. Alright, here we go, guys. I hope you're ready for it because he's still blue today. He's blue today, but he has a bow tie on, which is awesome.
She got kicked out of the aftercare program.
She's not here now?
She is not here today.
I'm revoking her bond.
Okay.
No, if she's blaming it on childcare.
With transportation, but
No.
fair enough.
Yeah. And you're charged with driving while intoxicated. They issued a warrant for your failure to appear. Your multiple failures to appear. You're now here with your lawyer. Your lawyer's here on Zoom. Mr. Lane, this case is nearly 6 months old, and we need to make a decision on what we're going to do. Have you spoken to Mr. Lewings lately?
Judge, I have had issues speaking with Mr. Lewings lately. He, as you could tell, has had some significant medical issues, I believe. Tried to speak with him multiple times. I'd let him know, and then I'd also let him know, and he was aware that I was filing a motion to withdraw, which was filed on his case. He was aware of that. He understood.
I get it. I don't grant them when they're near 6 months old, though, Mr. Lane, and it's your responsibility to maintain contact with your lawyer. And when you don't, we issue warrants, and I advise you of such.
Yes, Your Honor. That's partially true. I was in the hospital and I advised my lawyer that I was having surgery. And the same day that I told him, he told me I also had court that day. Prior to that, I had no knowledge of that court date.
It's your responsibility to get in touch with your lawyer, to let him know when you have significant issues in your life that are going to affect you. He's not clairvoyant to know that you're going to go into the hospital.
I let him know prior. I was letting him know up until, hey, I'm having a surgery. He told me to get the schedule from the doctors. I was trying, but the VA is a very wonky way of doing stuff. And they just kept saying, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And then like the day before they told me I'm in the hospital. And that day was the day I found out, and that's why I told him. But he told me that day that I also had court, but I didn't know that I had court.
Mr. Lane, when can you be here in Harris County next?
I can be there Thursday, Judge.
Okay, let's regroup tomorrow. Okay, I'm not going to take you in. I will roll you to tomorrow, but we need to figure out what we're going to do with your case. It's now 160 something days old, and it's time to put this baby to bed.
If you want, sir, he already did the motion. We can take care of it right now. If he already did the motion.
He's busy in another county, so
I'm saying he's not, if he's saying he did a motion not to be my attorney anymore, then he's no longer the attorney. I can just do it myself if you want it.
I'm not gonna, no.
Yes.
I'm not gonna do it like that, okay? He's your lawyer. We're almost through. We will see to the end. You're not going to do things yourself. That's not a good way of doing things. He who represents himself has a fool for a client. Just go ahead, take a seat for him, and we'll get back to you. So you can be here tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's do that, and then we'll see you tomorrow, and then we can talk and figure out where we're going to go, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, bud.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
He's not in here. We'll see if he's out there. Owen?
Judge, he should have completed some couple of classes. He's supposed to bring proof that he's done those classes.
That's a lawyer right there in that stretched out t-shirt. That's his lawyer. Yeah, Carolyn, yes. It's real low, though. You can barely hear it. I was at work when this judge came on, and I didn't realize I had the tab open recording in case he came on, but I didn't realize I also had another tab open, a Georgia tab, so you could hear that in the background. And it's sort of interesting. The one in the background, this woman has been a single mom for 7 years, and they're in court about support. And I could hear this in the background of this whole thing. Now, back to this lawyer. He's a lawyer, okay? But I think, and I'm not sure, I think he might be sick. And surgery or sick or something, and that's why he's allowed. The judge is like very nice to him, and at the end he's like heartfelt, good luck or whatever. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he just got out of surgery. We don't know, but he is definitely the lawyer.
And then they're going to dismiss the case.
Let's see if he's done everything. And it's what? I don't know if I'm going to take that. Why would we reward you with the time served when you just picked up another DWI, Mr. Huerta? You don't get it. What's to say you're not going to come out here and wrap your car around another pole, kill someone in the median? Why would we do this, Hector? I mean,
Well, Judge, I think, has realized the severity of what he did.
How?
Has a wife, has a child with that suffers from autism. Explained to him that, this DWI is they get worse as for everyone that he picks up, and he understands that the third one is a felony. He understands that financially it's setting back quite a bit, Judge. He had to make 2 bonds. He had waste.
and that's what we're going to do. You will be responsible for all the court costs here. If you fail to pay it, I'm going to lock you up. Every $100 you owe is a day in jail. So if you fail to do this, you're going to be doing a substantial amount of time in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, with your record, you should never, ever get into a car, even if you've had 1 beer. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail, minimum. If I ever see you back, I'm going to make your life a living hell. Do you understand me, Mr. Huerta? Which one are we going with? That's it. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, you can never come back and change this. I'm going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive. If you get in a car and drive in the next year, you will come back here with a new case. And I'm telling you, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand me? You are not allowed to drive for the next year.
I understand.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, 2 days, 3 days credit, 1 year driver's license, suspension, and you will be responsible for all court costs and the DPS supervision fees. Pay them, otherwise you will be doing a ton of time in jail. Do you understand?
Understand.
Good luck, sir. Yeah, no problem. Tell me.
I have a old client, new case.
Okay,
Last name Arizola, A-R, I think you took her in.
I did.
I'm not sure so I think the bond was revoked by you on her older case?
In the old case, and I'm deeming that pursuant to Rule 9, she should not have gotten a PR bond as it is with an open felony and another open case. No way.
Yes, Judge.
So
What are you setting her bond at?
5,003
5,000, okay.
on both of them.
On the new one and the old?
Oh, no, I did. I said 10. I put it at 10, I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna argue for one. And make her pay some money, but not that
No,
much.
no, she is nothing but, no.
She's a bad thief.
She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. And you see everything that she had hooked up in her bra too?
I understand there was some Xanax in her bra.
Xanax, there's pills, 2 bags of weed in a bra.
Who's the bonus? Well, I mean, I'm
But it's like over, and it's 7. It was 7 within the last couple of years.
And what?
7 theft cases within the last couple of
She's a
years.
bad thief. Speaking of her, it sounds like probation was gonna likely happen upstairs. I'm sure if that happens, then we'll work
And
something out.
right, I'm not,
Okay.
yeah.
I have to give my spiel, Judge.
I know, and I love you for it,
Yeah,
and I love your tenacity, both of you guys, but she is truly, she's just not getting it. I mean, and for all the times that we've had her, it's over, and over, and over, and it's never ending. Since 2018, it's just,
Yes, Judge. I'm gonna communicate with felony counsel, see if I can get her felony date moved up.
whatever you want. Thanks,
She didn't
guys.
make the post. Someone else made the post. She shared it.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers if you're not a citizen. There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never come back and change this or undo this. Now, this will go on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense?
Guilty, yeah.
Find you guilty, send you to the agreement, and good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Judge, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Al.
Judge,
Morning.
sorry to approach. I'm approaching. I got Deontriel Woods.
Okay.
She's got a felony for May 1st, but I know it's getting old in here because this was first, so figured I needed an approach and see where.
Oh, yeah, it's time to make a decision now.
He's not gonna take anything, so.
Set for trial. May,
7th or 14th, Judge?
Took it away, I
it
think.
was revoked.
Yeah. The answer is yes, he does want to do it.
Just so you know, this guy just got a plea for time served. Time served, it's all over, and he's rejecting it.
Guess what?
I'm not resetting this for another 6 months. You know, it's 233 days old, so it's,
No, y'all revoked it.
and I'm not gonna,
Okay, set for trial.
yeah, so, well, hold on a second. I'm gonna bring him up. I'm gonna admonish him. Woods. Come up, Mr. Woods. Same CW, right? Same CW?
No, difference.
5%.
Okay. Do you have another alternate offer in this case?
If he, so let's see. I mean, the only offers I can really do is time served at this point. I can defer it.
So you're offering time served? They've offered you time served on this case today.
Okay, for some domestic violence.
It's up to you whether you want to do something like that. Your case is old, so it's time today to make a decision. I'll let you talk to your lawyer if that's something that you'd like to do. If not, we will set your case for trial today. However, I will tell you that if you set your case for trial, we will go to trial. I will not take any more offers on the day of trial. You understand? So if you would like, just go talk to Greg, see if that's something you'd like to do. If not, we'll have you set for trial in early May. Please.
Radar from MASH, not Klinger.
Victoria. Scan the docs. That's it.
Judge, he's gonna make a phone call because, you know, their family knows more than their attorney. So I'm gonna go to 13, I'll come back.
Maybe they do. So, that guy was given time served so the case would just be over today. And he said, no, I'm not taking that offer, no. So, the prosecutor just said, you know what, screw it, dismiss the case. And they dismissed it. And he dismissed it, and he walked out clean and free. I love this judge, man. Dude, I love this judge. Yes, yesterday they were naming a whole bunch of people from MASH. But I was so focused on the court cases that I wasn't paying attention. That was a good part. I was listening to the judge. Who was the third one? I don't remember Fozzie now that I think about it. But I think he looks just like Radar, and he's about to order a sarsaparilla. And I know my demographics because I get a report, and everybody in here knows what MASH is. So in case you were wondering, 80s references go well here. All right, guys. I know it was an hour-long stream. That's good. That's all right. The charge? I don't know. I don't know what the charge was. Yes, Radar had a teddy bear. Was it Hawkeye? No, he doesn't look like Hawkeye. I'm trying to figure out a way that he might look like Hawkeye. I don't think he looks like Klinger either, though. Unless he has a dress on. Now I'm going to have to go watch MASH tonight. No, I'm not going to. I have work to do. My little radio station is counting down. I have to watch that counter. Sandra, you're probably right. I'm telling you, it's always domestic violence or DUI. Domestic violence or DUI. That's just it. And neither of those things should be a problem. Like, common sense. Don't hit somebody. And don't drive drunk. Those are two common sense type things. I will never get a domestic violence charge. I will never get a DUI charge. Because I can't imagine myself punching somebody and then driving drunk. Yes. Fozzie, I remember them saying that too, without a dress. But Klinger had that nose. He had that nose, and this guy's nose isn't like that. And in case you can't read chat, we're just trying to figure out who in MASH he looks the most like. And out of every character in MASH that he looks the most like, I'm going with Doctor Who. Just that's it. That's my final opinion. He reminds me of the Doctor. Probably the second Doctor. I don't know. He doesn't look like him. I don't know. He just reminds me of Doctor Who. Ooh, Debbie Davis. I haven't seen her in so long. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Don't worry. I'm going to get him. I get today if he posts. I work again. So I'm going to try to only have one thing open on the entire whole computer so we don't hear another case in the background. All right, I'm going to say hi, Lisi, even though I know you're Lizette. Yeah, Carolyn, that's all I had. People were so good today in court. He needs a hookup. Yes, he does. Thank you so much for coming out today, guys. I appreciate it. I did send an email to Colin, so maybe he'll get back to me. Maybe he'll say, hey, do this, not that. And then I won't waste a lot of time doing the wrong thing. Because you know me, I very much follow rules, right? I mean, I see a rule and I'm on it. Yes, Kathy with a K and Carolyn with a J. All right, guys, be good, behave, and I will talk to you tomorrow, I hope. I hope I can get a sov sit today. It's been a while since we had a sov sit. I mean, I have notes. Hold on, where is it? I have notes. And I have a cold, sorry. I'm trying not to cough at all, and it just keeps happening. So there's a great sov sit that is May 6th in Indiana at 9 a.m. And that one's going to be great, great, great. All right, I think I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed before I have to go to work again. That's your birthday? Hold on, I got to write that on my note, and I just closed my note. See, not only do I have my children's names written down and their birthdays, now I have your name and birthday written down. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there was a guy who couldn't remember or refused to say if he had kids, what their names were. He didn't remember what their birthdays were. Yes, the 6th. I wrote it down for May 6th. Not May 4th. Not May the 4th be with you. You're late. You were late. You should have came out on the 4th. Tell your mom. Tell your mom I said that. Alright, maybe I'll go watch Chili. Thank you for sending me that link in Discord. I will check it out.